All right, thank you. First time going live, and I want to do this probably every Wednesday at 6. I'm going to try to make this a thing so I can just go over fundamentals that I have for people on the Good to Go Body Training Program that are currently going on it, currently going for that 90-day program. Wherever you are in it, keep going. And Wednesdays are going to be a good time for me to just touch base with everybody. So today, I want to go over hydration. It's one of the main fundamentals. I'll say it is the main fundamental of the Good to Go Body Training Program, but not only that, just in life. Most of us were just not properly hydrated. Um, Most of the people I interview that are going on to the Good to Go Body Training Program show signs of dehydration when they go over me what their bodies feel like, what they're doing in their bodies, how they're sleeping. I can tell they're dehydrated. So I want to go over one of the fundamentals because dehydration is one of the main reasons you won't get the results you're working for, even if you're doing them. You can go through all these moves. You can do everything right, but if you're not properly hydrated, that's why we call it a fundamental, right? If you're missing a fundamental, it's not going to work. So I want to just go over the first signs of dehydration that a lot of us are feeling, maybe you're feeling, but I want to go over the signs of dehydration that really pertain to being properly hydrated for the Good to Go Body Training Program or any program that you're taking on or any physical activity or goals that you have. So just the ones that really pertain is one, first sign of dehydration is an elevated heart rate. Your heart rate's going to be higher than it needs to be, than it should be. It's not going to be its base rate. It's going to be a higher heart rate. I'll come back to that in a moment. Another one is headaches. Another one, big one, low energy, cramps, fatigue, insomnia. All right, these are some of the first things that start happening with dehydration, which, like I said, a lot of the people that are coming to the Good to Go Body Training Program are showing up dehydrated. A lot of my private clientele, they're always showing up dehydrated. So let me go back to the first one, elevated heart rate, and how this affects the last one I mentioned, insomnia. All right? So a lot of us are maybe not able to fall asleep at night. Well, you have an elevated heart rate, you're dehydrated. Okay, or we're maybe falling asleep and sleeping throughout the night, but we wake up tired, right? Well, it's because you didn't hit that REM sleep because your heart rate has to be at a low level to get into that deep sleep, that REM. So if you're going to bed dehydrated, you're not getting that REM sleep. And how long has that been going on, right? So obviously, this is why I call it the first fundamental, is we need to sleep, we need to recover. And one of the main reasons I see people without a proper sleep schedule or without enough sleep is because they don't have a proper hydration schedule and they're not staying properly hydrated. This is a big deal when it comes to getting results, okay? So on the Good to Go Body Training Program, I would love to take credit and say, you know what? It's the moves and how the first week to 2 weeks of the program is just about being on the floor and opening up in these moves that are non-aggressive, but just get your body back to a functional mode. I wish I could say that, but I know that this first boost of energy that these people get on the very first week of the Good to Go Body Training Program is because they're following the proper hydration rules, which I'll tell you right now, why wait to the end, right, is you have to drink 100 to 128 ounces of water every day. You have to drink 100 to 128 ounces of water every day to stay properly hydrated. Let me go over what you're going to feel in your body once you're properly hydrated. You're now sleeping better. You actually have a sleep schedule, hydration schedule. Let me tell you why this is actually where you get your first hit of energy. Is because we're not properly hydrated to move, all right? We're like a bunch of dry sponges under our skin, and we need our muscle to be wet sponge. So a lot of these aches and pains. Yeah, it's because we haven't been moving. Yeah, it's because we haven't been reaching down and touching our toes or warming up the body to be able to do these things in a real long time and maybe never. But a lot of that's dehydration, right? What were some of those things? Cramps, muscle fatigue, tight muscles. These are all signs of dehydration, which is why we got to get this covered day one of the program. So you're going to drink your 100 to 128 ounces of water. This is regardless if you're on the program. Stay properly hydrated, people. So if you're going to take some while before you get on the program, or you're just going to choose another program, please take this advice from me and why it's the number one rule on the program. Stay hydrated. Get that 100 to 128 ounces. So what first starts happening is you start taking on these 100 to 128 ounces for the Good to Go Body Training Program, or as you just start on your own, you actually start saturating the muscle, okay? Your body probably hasn't had the proper amount of water for a long time. So you're gonna get your first hits of energy just from being properly hydrated. Remember, low energy, big sign of dehydration, one of the first signs. So that energy comes up because you just become hydrated again, like we always should have been, but better late than ever. So the body gets hydrated, saturated in this water, the blood moves more freely, the joints get that clicking out, all the tissues inside the body, and including the skin, become more hydrated. Let me just add that for the ladies out there. Hydration, 100 to 128 ounces of water every day, is the cheapest, most effective skin lotion you'll ever use, okay? It's actual hydration, not just an oil that makes it feel hydrated. So not just aesthetically and for the skin, but everything's getting its proper hydration. Your blood cells, all your muscle tissues, all your ligaments, all your tendons, they're now properly hydrated. And we're not gonna get that muscle fatigue and cramp. So your body's gonna start to feel like moving. It's properly hydrated. It's not at risk for these cramps. It's not waking up tight. It's not at risk of cramping a muscle in mid-movement. It's properly hydrated, and it is gonna allow energy out. Every time in the first week, properly hydrating is gonna give you that energy. And I suggest you do it whether you're doing the Good to Go Body program or not. These messages are just to keep my Good to Go Body program people going and focusing on the fundamentals. Again, without the fundamentals of anything, it's not going to work in the big picture. Everything has its fundamentals, and hydration is a big one in life in general, but especially in your fitness and health goals. You need to be properly hydrated, you need to be properly sleeping, you need to have the proper amount of energy. So let me just go over what also you're going to feel in this first week, okay? Your body hasn't had this excess of water in a long time. It hasn't had all the water it's needed in a long time. And you are going to be peeing a lot. You'll be peeing a lot. I'm talking, let's just go right to the nitty-gritty. You'll be peeing a lot during the day, which is why I recommend getting the first half in by 12 noon your time, 1 noon your time, tops. Get in those first 60 to 50 ounces in as early as you can. One, it's gonna release that energy in the morning, get you going, and it's also gonna keep you from drinking so late at night that you're gonna be peeing all through the night. Now let me tell you that even if you do everything right for that first week, you are gonna be peeing at night. I don't care how early you drink it. You're gonna be waking up 3, 4, maybe 6 times a night. This might be a little maddening, but I guarantee you're getting better sleep. At least when you go back to bed, you're falling back into that REM sleep, okay? So you need the proper hydration, and the first week is gonna take some acclimating to it. So you'll be peeing a lot. You'll be peeing a lot during the day. You'll be peeing a lot at night for the first week until your body regulates this. That's why you want a hydration schedule. Get the first 50 to 60 ounces in by 12 noon. Get it in earlier if you can. When you first wake up, go for it. And take the rest in not too soon before bed. That being said, that first week is going to do that anyway. And then your body's going to regulate to it. And you're going to wonder how you ever went without this water. You're gonna notice, hey, you know what? I'm doing more, I got more energy, I'm not getting tight and cramped, these muscles aren't getting sore, which the Good to Go Body program is a consistency program, not an intensity program. It's not to make you sore. I don't want muscles sore for the next day. I want you to be able to consistently meet on this program 90 days. That's how long the program is. The rest days are included in the videos. We'll be recovering, stretching on our rest days together. It's to keep you in the habit of showing up. No off days. Rest days, yes. Off days, no. All right? So, I've gone over some effects that proper hydration is going to do for you in this program and in life. I've gone over how I've seen firsthand dehydration is a huge cause of insomnia and not properly sleeping. And if you're not properly hydrated and not properly sleeping, you're just not going to get results. That's fundamentals to the human body. Whether you're doing a program or not, you're just going to run into trouble. So get your hydration up anyway. Get it up anyway. I've gone over the first week and its follies. You'll be peeing a lot. You'll be peeing a lot. So take on this hydration tips. I hope this you heard this and you take action and you start hydrating. Whether you've started the program, gonna start the program, not gonna do the program, gonna do your own thing, get that 100 to 128 ounces in every day. 100 ounces. If you're a smaller person, 128 ounces. If you're larger, okay, 100 to 128 ounces of water every day. Get it in as early as you can, especially that first half, all right? It'll keep you from having to pee all through the night after that first week. Your body will regulate once you have a hydrating schedule. That hydrating schedule leads to a great sleep schedule. Hydrating, good sleep leads to more results than you've ever had before because you probably didn't put this much emphasis on the basics, which is what the Good to Go Body training program is all about. It's about taking a body that hasn't worked out forever or in the last year. Maybe this is a body in its 40s and 50s. Maybe it's 60s. It feels tight. It feels lost. And we got to start from the fundamentals and take 90 days to get back to that body. Being able to do the push-ups, the sit-ups, touch your toes, open up, stretch, hit some yoga moves. It's a progressive program. Consistency, not intensity. Anyway, get hydrated. Hear that, okay? This is a big reason results are left on the table. You can always message me, or you can check out the goodtogobody.com. That's where the program lies. You can take the fitness assessment, that's free. Take the free fitness assessment, check it out, goodtogobody.com. And you could also message me on my emails, goodtogobody@gmail.com. All right, thank you, and have a great day.